Peggy 16.
Yes, sir. Absolutely fantastic. Welcome, my friends. Welcome to this week's Honey Lodge. My name is Jackson Beard. If we haven't met before, pleasure to meet you. We got sound, we got video. We are ready to rock. I'm super excited as I know most of you are. We have just got the new Scopes and Crosshairs pack, along with the FOXPRO update here in the Hunter Call of the Wild. I've seen many of you have had a chance to jump out there, and if I could just take a moment of silence for the Hyperion. We had a good run, but you're gone now, baby. The Odin is absolutely incredible. We're going to go out today, take a little walkabout. I'm on Revan Thule. We're going to go and look at some of the new things like animations and stuff. We're going to touch base on all that, go over the patch notes, answer some of your questions. Man, it's like Christmas morning here. I'm not gonna lie. It's I thrive off these releases and the excitement from the community, and you know, this is something that has been so long requested. Was the addition of new scopes. Not only did we get one, but we got three very useful scopes. We've got the Odin, which, let's face it, for a lot of us is replacing the Hyperion or the Argus. We've got the Angler, which is a great new approach to night hunting with that phosphorant light. It's pretty cool. And then we've got the Hermes, which I think has taken a few people by surprise just how good it is. You know, if you were a handgun user, or if you played around with shotguns and stuck your scopes on there, it really is a big improvement, and we'll let you for yourselves decide as you get a chance to get into it. But we are going to take a little bit of a peek at it here today. Of course, it's raining on me, and we'll get moving and grooving, man. Oh, super excited. Good to see you, chat. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Oh, what's up, Snail? Hello, E-Man. Hello. Spooky, hello. Welcome. Hunter on Wheels rolled into chat. What's up, brother? Good to see you, my friend. What's up, T? Hello. You've been busy. It's been a busy day through our communities right now. Oh, Matsy, hello, sir. Welcome. Culligan, man. Hello. So good to see you all. I'm missing so many names, but let's face it, we can sit here for the next half hour and try and read through all the names. It's just great to see you all here. I hope you're as excited as I am. I'm trying not to overhype things, but I'm a hypeable guy. Is that a word? Hypeable? Oh, I trimmed my mustache this morning. If I start sneezing, it's my trimmer's fault. I apologize. So, let's take a look. Now, before we get into the patch notes, there's a couple of things here that I don't want you guys to miss. You know, we've had some improvements that have happened. We're always smacking some bug fixes, and everybody can rejoice. The bush sound issue should be no more. Like, low-key, is that not the best thing to come with this? I think for a lot of us it is. It's absolutely fantastic, but there's more. Well, wait, there's more. The animations. Now, a little backstory for you behind these animations. As you know, we're always trying to improve our experience, and one of the, I guess let's call it an issue that's been bothering us for some time, and we've been trying to tackle, has been the animal pathing when it's around water. One of those things happening was, you know, we've made some improvements, but the animals would still turn and hit the water before they'd come out, and depending where you were, that could be pretty deep. So a few adjustments and things have been made there. There's new animations on a whole list of animals, and it will not only make the experience more enjoyable as a digital hunter and what we're seeing visually, but it's also low-key designed to help with that, to help with the pathing where they hit the water in a dash. So that's kind of cool. I'm really happy with that. We've had some improvements on audio and full redo of some of it. It's our team has been busy with this one, all on the heels of arguably one of our best reserves to release, Sundar Patan. It's an exciting year here in the Hunter Call of the Wild, and I hope everybody's enjoying themselves. Okay, this is where I ended off the last time we were on this map. We're just gonna hit a few of these lakes. I am just into moose drink time to hopefully get a little bit of visibility out here and see what they look like. We'll take a little run. What is my green screen doing? I sees you. Hold on now. Every time after a Windows update, it likes to mess with things. So, now, just a touch. Hopefully that doesn't cut off my terrible hairdo. It wouldn't be such a bad thing if it did. All right, so let's get walking. before we start going over these patch notes, because they're kind of exciting. And I think if you haven't had a chance to check them out, you can read them along with me or go and check them out in detail yourself. They're on our website. Big shout out to the team getting these out. Patch notes are they're never easy, you know. They're never easy. They're, you know, when they come to us, it's all dev talk, and but the devs they like to keep things lighthearted and put in little comments for us, and so it's kind of personalized. It's pretty cool, man. Pretty cool. Okay, let's see here. What about, before we get into this, let me make sure I'm not... Did I get a haircut? No, it's getting long. I need another haircut. I actually got my haircut before that dreaded day we all get once a year. That was the other week, and yeah, I got a cut. It's grown back so fast. I need to get another cut. They did not go in the water. I know, it's awesome, Harold. That's by design. That's one of the main reasons we made these adjustments to the animation. You know, and again, huge shout out to the unsung heroes, our QA team. They are forever with their finger on the pulse, trying to make things happen and adjustments where they can. And you know, this is a big one. It really is, in my mind. Hyperion still has relevance. The new night scope is amazing, though. Absolutely, Ben. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. The Hyperion, it's not going anywhere. It's here to stay. It's long been a fan favorite. I know we've all really don't you do it. You're gonna go aggressive on me. I've got guns. I should warn you. I've got overkill guns. I love these little guys. We're just gonna let them come in a little bit closer. Just say hello. Say hello to your little fry. I almost feel bad using this weapon, but nonetheless. And there it is, my friend, the Hermes. That's pretty cool, man. This thing is it's as clear as it is deadly. Let's go ahead. What do you mean I didn't count? Well, you know, these things are gonna happen. Love to use scouts, Wyatt. Love to hear it, man. What up, Sarah? How you doing, my friend? You're at work on your break. About to go home and check out the new Odin in a few hours. And there's more than just the Odin, but yeah, it's. I mean, look at it. Just look at it. Come on, for real. And I can't wait to hear the feedback from the community, as we always do. Let us know in Discord what you think. And if you do find any issues, there's lots of little things that have come to the game. We're going to talk about that. Fix great ones. Make them for everyone, and not just the sweaties. There is a chance that everyone can get them. They are still very rare. And we are looking at that. Good news, we are looking at different options, and whether or not something comes of it is left to be seen, but the team is very receptive to our community. That will never change. So yeah, we'll see where it goes. Am I too early? 1 o'clock. They should be out and about, but that's really not the focus. I need to get my own stream up and going, so I go spend some time to hunt. I miss doing so. Let's wander over a little bit. Bush sound glitch fix. It sure is. Sleepy Slevin. That's huge. It had been a difficult one for some time, and there's been quite the rework on some of our audio, and it is fixed. Let's see. Are the scopes a DLC or added straight to the game? Now, it is a DLC. Yes, they are a DLC. A long requested edition. I think we can all agree it's nice to finally have them here in game, but they did release today across all platforms. Let's see if we can get a nice look at some of these new animations. It's not like they're going to stand up and do a jig or anything, but I haven't seen it. I haven't actually seen the animations. My focus in the lead up to this one has been solely the scopes and how because there's been a lot of, as you've seen, if you've seen the patch notes, we'll go over them here shortly. They've had a lot of love. There's been some of the weapons had some adjustments made on the scopes to make them more accurate. Some of them, lots of little things. We'll talk about that. Oh, you dumped time and money to the Xbox. Neglected to notice the Steam deal going on. Yeah, well, that happens. We try to hit them on all platforms as much as we can. Nice, man. What's happening, Matt? Hey, good luck. Get after it. Got a black buck, diamond potential. Man, maybe more skill points in the future. We'll have to see, my friend. Oh my goodness, Bexar, how you doing, brother? Been playing for the first time about 6 months. Lots of reasons to come back. Well, you best get out the sun or pretend then if you're just coming back, Bexar. Yeah, and they'll help you over there as you run for your life from tigers and big beefalo type things. How about you jumping ahead of me? It is pretty cool, right? that UI improvements. I don't think I have any tents on this map. Oh, I didn't pick a good map to come to just for that reason. We'll remedy that before the end of the stream. We'll go drop one down and I'll show you. We'll talk about that. We'll get there. We'll get there. Anything done about the floaters? No, floaters are working as intended. They, that was a tough one. Just before I get into stuff, because I've seen that come up by a few folks in the community lately. It was a tough one because the community was upset that if you shot something, it just sat in the water. Sometimes if they had momentum, they went out a little further than the player liked. And so as a way to combat that, we added the mechanic where you shoot it from, it will come to you. The downside is you got to wait a moment or two, but it was perceived as the best option. So no changes to that. I haven't seen any chatter about any changes on it. If you really want something changed on it, you're probably best to go into Discord and let us know. Okay. Odin is awesome, but for me, New Night Scope's the best thing in this DLC. Absolutely worth buying. It really is. It has changed our night hunting experience. For many of us, it has made it more bearable. I was not a fan of our old night vision scope. The magnification in it was the same as the Ascent, the starter scope that you get, and I found the couple that with night, and it was tough. So it is definitely nice to see this new iteration of it. I'll address. I have had some people mention, "Oh, this might be painful." Oh, I don't have it. I don't have it on. No, I don't have it equipped right now, do I? No, I don't. I won't bring it up. I'll leave it for you guys because it is daytime. It gets very bright. But I was asked why it encompasses the whole screen. It was a tough one for our designers, and if I understand correctly, and don't quote me on this, but I believe that it was the best option to go with where it is like that. There'd be no hit to performance there, and it just overall good experience. I've had some people ask me already, well, why isn't it dark on your peripheral outside? But I thought about that, and maybe we shouldn't make too much noise about this because you wouldn't be able to see anything in your peripheral. It would be very tunnel vision-esque. So I'm not going to complain about it. Just saying. But if it's something you're unhappy with, again, let us know in the Discord. Okay. Well, let me just zoom in on these guys. I don't know. It might just be when I take the shot that we really see the difference in animation. Here, let me just shoot one of these ladies right here. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. But wait, which weapon do I even have on? Not the weapon I want. All right. Oh, I guess we'll zero it for 300 and lean down just a little. Let's see. Okay. The slow walk and turn, the foot crossover. I can appreciate that. Yeah. I guess I'll walk over and pick that up. Pretty cool. There's so many animals, too, that we have to take a look at. And obviously, I'm not going to do all that here today, but I would highly advise going and checking out your favorite creators. They got access to this just yesterday. And I know that, well, they had access over the weekend, but the embargo just didn't lift until yesterday. And I know that a lot of them have been very excited. And it's great to see our creators excited because that means some good content. All right, let's walk over. Are there any changes to the water? The water animation looks good. I don't believe there was any changes. This is how we've had it for a while. You're not wrong, though. It does look good. I've been a big fan of that. Sorry. We got COD scopes and harder before GTA 6. Absolutely, man. Yeah. Oh, man. Oh, good stuff, Bexar. Glad to hear it, sir. It's possible, Hambone. It's possible. When we see how popular a lot of these things become with the players, it's a very good indication that this stuff will happen. Okay, I kind of want to keep my screen on here, but I want to show you the patch notes as I read through them. I'll leave that for you guys. If you want to head to our website, it's callthewild.thehunter.com/scopes and crosshairs out now. Let's see. The Angle of the Hermes, the Odin. We've talked about that. There is 5 new customization crosshairs, but there is a total of 12. So 7 of those are part of the free update. You know, we don't like to put everything behind paywalls, and some people, this just might not be their jam. Well, they still get the opportunity to enjoy a number of Crosshairs, which is pretty cool. So you can go and check those out once you have the update installed. Of course, this landed on all platforms, my friends, right across the board. God, they look so good, don't they? Just look at him. He's just chilling. He's so happy. I ruined his day. I really did. All right, let's pick him up, walk over here, and we'll talk a little bit about the FOXPRO. Now, if you already own the Ambusher pack, you had the FOXPRO, free update, just some improvements that I think, I don't think I'm going to hear anybody complain about. They're really great improvements, but let's talk about that. So the two big things to happen is the Fox Bang and the Fox Fusion. Oh, what's the Fox Bang? Oh, well, I'm glad you asked. Rather soothing chat member. Well, that's okay. Where was I? Fox Bang, Fox Fusion. The Fox Fusion. It enables you to simultaneously sound out two alerts. You can hunt two animals at once, call two of them into the caller. That is the Fox Fusion. It's a nice feature. You don't have to use two if you only want to use the one. But if you're out to make some money, honey, or if you're in a spot where, hey, maybe you're doing a grind and you see, oh, there's another species there, you want to pull them in, you can absolutely do so. It's a very cool little feature that as we've teamed up with FOXPRO that it came to the game. This is its real life counterpart. It's modeled after that, and we're true to form in this regard. Pretty cool. I wasn't paying attention. Am I there yet? Okay. So you definitely want to check that out. The Fox Bang is a very neat little feature that I think I'll be making use of, and it's quite simple. On your Fox Bang, let me just show you here. I have it on me. I think it's on my. Oh, and just before anyone says anything, yes, we are aware. It was too late to do anything about it, but as you were heading into here, as you'll see, it resets. So either get used to that for now, or you just have to hit your button. Or that's on PC at any rate. That will have a look-see at. Nonetheless, let's go. It is on 9. Let's just put this down. And you will see here, you have the option to call him, we'll call Whitetail. We'll hit him with the bleat. Yeah. All right. That's pretty cool. Whoops. And we can move down and add a second call. Let's say we want to add Moose to the show. And now we can sound them both off. Now you see in the top there is a little option for your Fox Bang. You can turn it off and on depending what your preferences are. Maybe it's not for everybody, but I think it's a really cool little feature. But it's nice that we have the button to enable and disable it, because you never know. It just might not be your bag at the time, and you don't want that happening. So it's kind of cool. I like the little additions. And big shout out to FOXPRO. I love the team up there on that, and yeah, we'll see where that goes. It's pretty cool. So, we will move down to the patch notes now. Okay. So as we know with this, all telescopic scopes, not so sure about that actually. That may be a typo because I don't believe it works on the, I'll have to try it on the lever action. I thought I heard something about that through testing. I'll have to double check that, but to our site, all telescopic scopes can now have their reticles customized. Reticles from previously existing scopes are available to everyone to customize. It's kind of cool. You can take the, like for instance, the 4570, the lever action scope. If you really like that, you can stick that onto your Odin. So that's kind of neat. And we changed the scope's crosshairs. Will affect the particular scope when mounted on any weapon. Changing reticles costs $4,500, $100. Japanese and simplified Chinese text localization is now available in the Xbox and PlayStation versions of the game. It's nice to see us expanding and really helping out those folks. We've got a great following there, and it's nice to be able to see the localizations making it in. We're always working on this stuff. Newer updated items will now be initially highlighted in the store menu in the cache to make it easier to find them. That's a little quality of life thing that I didn't want folks to miss. It's just nice when you get that new shiny thing and you want to play with said shiny thing, it'll be lit up and you'll be able to see it. The POI icons have been adjusted to improve consistency and clarity. It's very cool. It's very cool. I'll show you an example of the tents. When I get to an outpost, I'll drop a tent. I'll show you. And some of you have probably seen this already, but I've heard a few folks showing their praise for it. If I had a hat on, I would tip it in our devs' direction. It's little stuff like that make it easier. Also, a lot easier for anybody, who maybe has a hard time seeing the screen. It'll just any little additions help. There was a couple things changed that you might have heard of. This one's kind of a big deal. Oh, I didn't grab it. I meant to grab it and bring it with me. Okay, we gotta hit the outpost. I'm still rocking my loadout from last week when I was showing off the scopes. But the Gandar rifle. Okay. Have you heard? It got a little more oomph to its boom, baby. That's right. It's gonna become a fan favorite, I can tell you right now. If you don't mind the sight, and the sight's a lot of fun to use. I actually quite like it. I kind of like more like that. Yeah. Take the old Class 9 animals now. Yeah, that's a thing. It's huge. It's so huge. The community asked for it with the release of Thunder Bataan. When that rifle became available, everyone saw this thing is a beast. And it's no beast of burden. There is no burden whatsoever. There was. we heard the criticisms. These things should be able to take buffalo, let alone anything else that goes up to 9. So you can absolutely go and crush your favorite big boys with it now. That's it. Yeah, the developer note, it's time for a tiger hunt. And really, it was a tiger rifle. That's what it was designed for. Now you can actually take, with full checks, you can take the tigers. That's huge. That's just huge. I'm just saying. Oh man, Fox may be cool if it just shut off. Instead of just shutting off the call, if it returned to inventory. That's an interesting take, Taylor. Yeah, that's interesting. It may be an option to do that. I wouldn't. Maybe there'd be times when I might use that. I typically find when I'm using the caller, I'm using it to bring them in, and I take my shot at harvest, and I bring them back in again. But that would be handy. That's not a bad one. I've been playing this since launch, back when the water made that terrible sound as you ran through it, 2017. Yeah, I remember that. When is the Apex Hunter tournament? Oh, the Apex Hunter. Sorry, I was eating water there. We typically try to get that done sometime in November. We need to make sure that happens. I have a problem. I'm gonna be straight. My consoles. I need new consoles. That's a good question. That's something that we've been batting around with, because I know there's a lot of folks that really get into that, myself included. Man. Oh, do I have dev build on here? I am so sorry. I am on live. I am not on a dev build. That is my mistake. I was busy in the community right up until I hit the buttons. You guys are going off today. and I'm trying not to get lost. From the time I start the stream to the time I end, do you know how long it's going to take me to get caught up? I can't believe the amount of chatter that's out there right now. You guys are lit. Oh, man. Yo, what up, lad? Good to see you, brother. Welcome. Oh, goodness. Great to see how much the devs are listening to the community, just making the game better and better. We're trying, my friend. We are really trying. It's a tough one. I'll pause for a second and just touch on that. It's a tough one because, we can't do everything everyone asks. And, as we just saw with a recent update, unfortunately, some folks got upset with changes and others were to the moon with it. It is such a hard balance. We never want to upset anybody. We try to make good changes, anticipated changes, requested changes, but it doesn't always line up like that. And I'm really pleased with this update and what we were able to do. I think the community as well is also I kind of want to run here. I got way too much hunting pressure there. We might not see anything. Let's bounce over anyways. I'm going to swap in the Gantar and bring it with me. I'm not even sure Aussie the Hunter Classic is, I don't know. I'm not on that game anymore. I'm so out of the loop. I miss that community. That game has had a heck of a run, longer than any other game out there. Maybe RuneScape tops it. I don't really know. I don't know. Apex Hunter Tournament's our annual event that we do every year, generally in November, December. One year we had to do it in January because of all the releases and stuff. But it's when we get a big competition happening with each platform. It goes on for about 2 weeks. And yeah, we've always got nice prizes. We've had the headsets a number of years now, and like really high-end headsets. Makes me a little jealous. I feel like I should have gotten one of those to be able to show them off. It just seems only right. So we'll see what happens. All right, let me go in here. I'm not gonna grab the tent just because of my loadout. I'm pretty loaded up right now. Wait, this one's out back, right? I guess, man, Revan Thule, it's so nice to be back on here. I look for any excuse. Guys, it's so not out back. It's inside. The outposts all differ, too. Some of them they're out. Some of them they're in. Hello. I mean, like, how did you get that in? I guess it would fit in the door. It feels like that's a tight one, man. All right. Let me quickly go into my storage. And oh, I didn't minimize all these. I always minimize these just to make it a better experience. So let's go weapons. And tell me on this account I have it already and I don't have to go to the store while we're sitting here live. It's such a fun little gun. There's so many guns when I go through here that I just want to grab and take out with me. It does not appear that I have the Gantar yet. Is that correct? Oh, I'm going to have to go through the mission. Well, you're going to have to take a word on it. I can't do it right now. I don't... Wait, did I not? No, I didn't even buy it, did I? Not on this account. Me and alive. Well, I'll leave that to you guys to explore. It's, it hasn't changed, just your trophies will change from it. Oh, that's unfortunate. Well, I should have been more prepared. Should have thought of that ahead of time. All right, well, let's take a run down to this lake, see if there's any more moose. And we'll get another look at them, and then maybe we'll cycle through. We can look at the whitetail that are also on here. I know that all our deer species have this done, so we'll get a look and see how many we can kind of get a good look at before the stream. So, you like the change to the map icons, K-Flow? Yeah, it's way better. Way better at a glance. It's nice, you know. Makes you wonder why, you know, how we end up where we do and get to that point now. Oh, Luke, you're wearing your headset now. That's awesome, dude. Rev's your favorite of all time, man. Beautiful. Love to hear it, man. I'm Smooth Blue. We're always exploring things. I'd love to give a definitive answer. I've tried to give definitives, and there was a time when I would have said, no, it can't happen. But I know how much our team wants it. It would just take so much work that I'd say it's unlikely to happen. But I don't want to say that crossplay will never happen and then be proven wrong. Just because I see the team talking about it so often. They'd love to do it. It just would be an absolute heap ton of work. But, you know, our team are gamers too, and we all play on different platforms, and trying to include everybody is always a goal. You know, Kane, I'm not sure. You're best to ask in Discord. I think there was just some issues and the risk was too high to put it out rather than putting out a bad experience and breaking things, but I'm not sure on that. Not positive. You'd have to ask in the classic channels. We're Call of the Wild here. I haven't been there forever, man. I miss that game. So why do you give us another night vision of fixing the one we have already? It's a completely different take on it. That one didn't need fixing. It's by design, right? That was how it was designed at the time. And since we were doing scopes and there were so many people requesting another one, we thought, okay, well, that's the best time to add it if we're going to add it is while we're doing a scope pack. So, do you actually think we might ever get canoes or boats? We love to see the maps of Mississippi and Sunbar. Man, Hambone, you know what? So for me, that's just not something I'd ever do IRL. But I've come to realize, you know, with the way things go in game, that anything's possible. The community asks, and our team likes to try and listen to everything they can. So it was a good possibility. You know, I won't say that there's, you know, a canoe or a john boat or a kayak or any of that stuff in the works right now, but it is asked a lot. It is. Oh. Horses are another one that gets asked a lot. You guys, man, like those, you've heard me talk about what went into making the dog. I can only imagine with the motion capture and the amount of dev time and if you guys ask enough, horses could be possible, but I would take away from doing a lot of other things too, though. That's a big one. That'd be a huge development. Let me get night binoculars switched to the white night vision. Maybe in the future there can be some sort of addition. It's not something we're going to be doing right now, though. Just completely separate. And I know it's very hard to go to those binos now that we have this scope, right? It really is. I will say I've noticed that myself. Let's see. Just watch them for a minute here. Pink Lady, hello, welcome. How are you? Hear you out. An option in the store to have an ammo amount input in like a keypad. So those of us that like to buy 2,000 at a time, 100%. You're not alone on an island with that one. That's been a long requested quality of life upgrade. I personally requested of our designers as well. These things, it's funny. There's so many things that just seem like no-brainers. Why haven't we added it? And I like to always try to educate our community on game design. What I've learned in being with the company is, a lot of things, it's like a puzzle, right? It's a puzzle as we move forward, and we have to put all those pieces together, and those pieces being the different disciplines within our team, right? So, when we're working on something, it's because we've got something else in mind, and sometimes those two things will go together at different times. It's about getting approval for stuff as well. So it's a tricky one. I know that's something our team would like. Quality of life is a really big thing, right? We all appreciate that. And I know our team, hey, will you lay down, son? Like, hit the dirt. Oh man, I'm still muscle memory. I always want to go to track, and it's no longer track. Well, I'm just saying. Trail cabs in future? That's an ask for me too, brother. 100%. I'd love to see that. So we might spook this female, which would spook this male. I'm just wanting to get a little look-see on him here, where we go back to the patch notes and get through them. My only ask for this game would be Africa 2.0. Such a good concept. The biggest thing that we agree on. Yeah, I agree. I agree. So does the team. At this point, what can I say about Africa 2.0? We would all love to see it. Players, everyone in the community, devs alike. If it were to happen, there's things to look at on the dev side. We'll see. We shall see. The dog being added changed the game for me. Its functionality made the hunter playable again. Dude, I love to hear that. Brazen Bull. I love to hear that. I think it's one of them. If I recall, it's like our most sold DLC. The dogs are super popular. With our just had one added, so there's lots of options with it. Let's go ahead and just get up and take this guy out here and move on. That's right, you stay away from that water. I'm watching you. Yada. Why are you on moose? Why are you after the meese? They're just my favorite animal. IRL is my target of choice. In game, I still, when I see a diamond moose, the hairs on my arms and a little on my chin stand on end. Oh. No bluff, Taylor. No bluff, buddy. Butter. Cadis, what's going on? Looking forward to a horse DLC. It would be small game chops. We can go and check once in a while. Yeah. That would be a nice hat. Okay, we're getting away from stuff. It's turned into wish list time again. Let's go ahead and pick this up and move on. Maybe since we've been to the lakes, let's head back. Let's roll to whitetail drink time, just because you can get them lined up. It's not how I like to hunt these days, but for the sake of these streams, let's line them up and get a look-see at them and see how they look, and then we'll get back into some of these patch notes here. Because honestly, there's some good ones. They're juicy. And once again, if you want a closer look at the patch notes, just head on over to our website, The Hunter Call of the Wild, and take a look for yourself and look at all the juicy stuff. Our team's really happy with this one. All right, so where did we leave off? The Gandar being an absolute unrivaled beast. The only thing is you can't put a scope on it. We removed the pick-me rail, actually, from the rear sight of the Caversham 12-gauge shotgun to improve the sight picture, right? So some rails have gone flying. They're all through the Solokin, lost it. That's an ask from the community, so pretty cool to see. Pretty happy with that. Let's just change it to 9 something. Let's go. Let's give him a little chance here. We're gonna run over there. We'll go 923. Take a run over. Hey, bro. Let's go. And you're gonna rain on me, man, alive. Or is it? Oh, it's just the sound. All right, let's go for a little run. See if we find something on the way. This will give me a chance to dig into patch notes. All right, off we go. Okay, the POI icons, we talked about those. Talked about the black powder rounds being used for the Gandar, being a class 9. We talked about the rails on the 2 different weapons. Due to the implementation of new systems required to make reticles in scope swappable, all weapons have had their accuracy at various zero ranges with their different scopes and sights reviewed and updated. This was a fine tooth comb pass across our scopes, our aiming, and there's some big improvements in there that I know the community will feel. Over time, you guys, I think, will hear about this through the community. Let us know if you notice anything too. You know, we do a lot of testing internally, externally, with our community, and you know, things still when they hit live can happen. So if you see anything, please let us know. In fact, there's actually, to go with that, there's the next one on the list here. Some entertaining phrases will now appear the bottom right corner of the screen during loading. Do you have any issues and there's one of those phrases on the screen? Please let us know. Believe it or not, it helps us track stuff. Sneaky QA devs doing cool dev stuff, man. It's kind of cool. I'm pretty pumped about that. So yeah, and, you know, it's entertaining. You're gonna have to collect them all. We've changed the colors used for players in multiplayer to make it easier to differentiate between them. Nice little adjustment to MP games. We've comprehensively restructured how the game handles audio data to improve stability and consistency. This is a big overhaul. And big shout out to those that tirelessly put the efforts in on this one. It'll be noticed in little ways here and there, but overall your experience is going to be much better. Big props. Let me know what you guys think as you start to notice that. Multiple animation improvements, this is what we're looking at right now, for animals were added. They now move more naturally. This change affects the following animals. The alligator, moose, bears, Cape buffalo, European rabbit, raccoon, wild boar, all the deers. All deers. Cape buffalo, besit ibex, a puma, and leopards. It's low-key cool, man. And I'm only going to get through. We're going to look at the whitetail right now. We've seen a little bit with the moose. They're just more smooth. They're more fluid. It's how they're making their turns. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. All adds up to a big thing. Hey, Jaxie, what's your rarest tiger? Honestly, Cole, I don't get a lot of time to play games these days. I don't. Ever since getting into community keeps me hopping. If I sit in front of my PC, I can't get away from Facebook, Reddit, and Discord. So I don't have anything to brag about. Yeah, I plan to get my own. Yeah, okay, holy. Like, could you be a little more mad? I plan to get some stuff up and going on my own again, so I can get my own channels fired up and rocking and rolling and get after things, man, and really doing what I want to do, you know. And Sundar Patan is my big want. Hello. We're not here to see you, but if you want your 15 seconds of fame, we'll give you a couple shots and a reason why. Let's go pick him up. Game gets really laggy looking through tall grass. I have not experienced this. You could probably adjust that through your settings. I guess it depends on your platform. Depends on your hardware and where you're at in the recommended settings and, you know, overkill if it's a PC. But I love the warning call too. It sounds like they're giving me heck for leaving the stove on or something. Is a drone a possibility to put into the game? No, I do not believe so. I think there'd be a fair bit of outrage from a number of our OG players, and I would be among that list. I always get behind what the community wants, regardless of what I want. But We are a trophy-driven game, and a drone would just be, you know, you'd be flying around in drones, and if you were to spook players' animals because of the way our animals all interact with players and players interact with players, that would be a tough one, a really tough sell to do. I see the allure more from a photography standpoint, but it would be used to illicit means. Blackbird, don't heavily breathe when you annoy, which is what's that? Breathe at you warning anymore, which is pretty epic. We'll be getting into Halloween this year. We'll have to wait and see. Cape Buffalo again. Notice the bear sounds are more differently so far. Great improvement. Nice. Love to hear it virtual outdoors. Glad you guys are seeing this, man. Your audio is not in sync with your video. Restart your video. That'll be on your end, my friend. Typically, you're on Twitch, so if you just give it a refresh, you can pop your chat open if you don't want to lose where you were in chat, but it should fix it. If we get RTX, we need drones, but I'm good until then. Yeah. My favorite reticle, I am really partial. I like the lever action reticles. I really do. And I would never have this on my scope IRL. So at the moment, that's what I'm rocking. But there's some really good choices out there. It's too soon for me to say what my absolute favorite is. But that's one of the one. That was the one I keep coming back to through testing and such. There's something about it. It's got this really nice clean look. And I find it kind of handy when I'm lined up like upland game birds and such. I really like this. I like the lines across. It helps me with leading my shots. I'd like some Millidog lines out there though. I'd like to design my own. Never thought about multiplayer in regards to drones. Fair point. And maybe if they were only available in first person, but there is still, you know, how things could be used specifically. Well, I'm just saying. Can you please show me how to change the reticles? I can't find it. Maybe I'm just blind. I will do that as soon as I hit another outpost, and we'll do that after this lake that we're at. I'll pop to this one, and then we'll head over. I'll show you real quick. You just go into your customization menu, so you can go to the store, go to the weapon that you've already bought, hit the C button on PC, customize. It'll come up. All your reticles will be on your left-hand side. It's pretty cool. I wasn't sure how that was going to pan out when I saw it going through design, and I think they made a very good choice. 4,500 Hunter bucks is not too bad either. It's less than four tigers. So events going to happen now, like Halloween, Christmas, the rut. You will have to wait and see what happens. We have a big desire to do events like you know, but I don't think we'll ever get to the same level as they're not here, the little buggers, the same level as Hunter Classic. I mean, they absolutely I don't think any game is on par to the events in Hunter Classic. Like, let's be real for a minute. What was here? Moose? Bear. The bear. All right. Well, fine. Would be seeing them. They are not. Okay, let's go take a look at how you move your customizations around. I swear I'm going to get through these patch notes. Okay, while we're doing this, we talked about the animal improvements. Now there's bug fixes. This is where some of the big stuff also comes in. Okay, I'm just going to go right to it. The big one, obviously, is the bush bug, as it should no longer be an issue. For those of you that never noticed it or weren't affected by it, what would happen is if there were certain bushes in game, if you move through the bush, that sound would persist. And it wasn't just an audio sound, it was affecting animals and stuff too. So that's been fixed. It was a tough one. It's one of the reasons our team spent so much time in revamping a lot of the audio systems. And it's pretty cool. Now, I don't think I ever experienced it. I don't know if that's because I use Dolby Atmos. Or I'm just going to put a plug out there. If you're playing this game regularly, okay, it's $14 one time, man. We're not partnered with them or anything. We did cross-promote them when it came out, and I tried to let everybody know. It is game changer in this game. I can pinpoint where an animal is just through my audio accurately. But for creators, just a heads up, it doesn't translate into your streams. OBS doesn't pick that up. It picks up your regular sound. So anyways, check that out. Dolby Atmos. Go and show them some love. Works for a lot of different games. Okay. Now I need a Dart DLC. I'm a big Dart player. I'm a fan of Beers and Spears. Little 301, 501, anyone. Play some cricket. Yeah, you know. Yeah. But anyhow. All right, let's go over and show you this customization real quick. It's pretty dang cool. Where am I going? This one's outside. I swear. They do this just to mess with me. Oh. Music to my ears. I'm hearing a dream catcher. All right, let's go ahead. And so if you go into your store and head down to any of your weapons, typically it's nice and easy when they're on this side. So let's go to our scopes. Pow! It's the same deal as how you get into your weapons. We'll take a look at the, let's go to the Odin. And right there, now not only do you get a gorgeous look at these things, man. Absolutely love it. And you get a little preview of what it looks like. You can toggle through, you know, maybe you want the crossbow sight on your Odin. It's kind of neat. I hope this opens the door for future iterations of more to be added. I know some folks have asked they'd like to be able to change, because we can change the color of our crosshairs, but not the actual reticles. Maybe that's something in a future update that we could get if there's enough people that get behind it. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Some of them are really clean, and it really comes down to how you want to hunt. Like, I'm actually interested to try this. It's got that line across that I like, but it's got your center marked. And, you know, I dig this. But like, this is not great, in my opinion, for hunting, you know, rabbits at 150 meters. It muddles up on where you're looking. So that's when I prefer to move into something that's got a broken point in the middle. You know, it just depends really how you want to go, what you want to do. So pretty cool, pretty easy once you've seen it. I admit it's a new addition. You're going to have to get used to where it is, but go ahead, boom, hit apply, boom. Now that only applies to the scope that you put it on. So if you want it on the Odin, on the Hyperion, you want it on the Argus, if you're still going to use those tried, tested, and true scopes. Maybe you didn't pick up the DLC and you want to get, there'll be certain reticles that are available to you, and you can still do so on the base game scope. So little something for everybody with this. Pretty cool though, man. Hey, isn't that neat? Here, let me take a look. Yes, I don't want to customize. Let's take a look here at the angler scope. This one is low-key probably the coolest looking scope in my opinion. I just want to play with these dials, okay? I do. I want to be able to push and pull buttons and twist and turn knobs. You know, I don't want to play with stuff. Yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool. KBM's keyboard or mouse? Someone asked about keyboard or mouse. What did I miss? I'm just gonna go out on a limb because I get asked this a lot. Keyboard or mouse support for console. It's just a lot trickier than you would believe. I know it's something our team would love to do, but with all the different platforms and then with the point of entry for the keyboard and mouse, and then yeah, so could it happen? Quite possibly, but there's a lot of things that are in line as well. So yeah, I know there's one that you can buy, because I think there's the firmware is an issue, and I'm not all speed on this, but the last time I looked into it, there's one you can buy. I think Razer made it. It's stupid expensive, but it works for a lot of games. So you know, there'd be it's outside of my area expertise. I would let our QA or one of our designers talk a little more on that front. Hi guys. Yeah. Hey, tree garden, my bad. This just me. Does anybody think Jaxie looks high? Wow. I mean, it's 10 to 11 in the morning here, my friend. What is happening? No. You know what? Is it this eye? I've had a thing lately. Okay, here's a little TMI. My eyes have, whenever I wake up and then all through the day, they've been like, I've got like a plugged duck or something going on. Not duck, duck, goose, but like a tear duct. And I'm forever clearing. It's I'll blink and all of a sudden this eye gets blurry. It is terrible to deal with. That's been going on for me for like 2 months now. So yeah, maybe it's this eye specifically. This one a little bit here and there, but I have been rubbing this eye this morning. That's a weird thing to read. I'm not, most certainly not. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. On the FOXPRO color, will they be adding more calls? Good question. I've asked that exact question. Could it happen? I believe it could happen. Has it happened? I don't believe there's anything that's been changed or added as far as the amount of calls and whatnot on there. To my knowledge, I did question that. I thought, what if something snuck in I was unaware of? So if you do find something, I mean, hey, these things could happen. But please let me know. Okay, I'm gonna take a run over here. We'll be hopefully seeing some of them whitetails. I can always go back to the first lake. It's always busy. Look, squinted. Well, I got this big bright sun right here. You never get used to it. I used to stream daily on my own channels, and I only, at the moment, get to stream weekly for the EW stream, so I'm not used to it. I might be squinting from it. You're fine, dude. No worries. Oh, I'm not offended, man. Don't worry. I'd take a whole lot more than that. You pick up everything you see, even if you don't read. Hey, right on, Bexark. I hear you, brother. Good to see you, by the way, dude. Just curious, also, will there be an angler streamer soon? I'm not even really sure what's happening with all that. To be honest, I'm full-time on the Hunter with everything, with their change in direction as of late, with how we've been doing things, with everything that's all lined up. There's so much to do. And, you know, like, big shout-out to my partner in crime, Patricia. She really is one of the unsung heroes in this community. You guys don't get to see a whole lot of what she does, but she is absolute blessing. And so is Vivi. And I won't name the other team members. You'll see Vivi's handiwork across our socials. You know, there's been a lot of changes here with how we go about and how we do things. And we've really buckled down and set ourselves in. I'm sad not to be doing the angler anymore. I am. I will admit it. I love that community. I still peek in there all the time, but yeah, that's just kind of where it's at for me right now. I'm a full-time hunter, which I'm not going to complain about because hunter is my passion. Right? But yeah, I'd say. What up, Mike Angel? How you doing, man? Welcome, dude. Welcome. You Jackson Lord treat. Oh man, love you. Scopes are great, right on, T-Man. Yeah, dude, I hear you. It's a long requested addition to the game. You know, but there's a lot that's happened with this update. I'm trying to get through the patch notes. I'm going to go back to it now I'm going to walk in this general direction and see where we end up. Okay, so let's talk about a few of the changes, the bug fixes, and so on and so forth. First off, animals will no longer should no longer appear out of thin air when exiting a structure. This ties in with a few other things and fixes that we've done, and as we're working through it all. So that's a big one. You shouldn't experience that. Audio, if a player walks through several bushes at once, we talked about this. You're not going to hear that bush sound anymore. It will not continue to play. The raining sounds on the shooting range in Hirsch will no longer persist when the weather changes. We've experienced that even just recently on the other stream. The other day it was doing it to me. The equipment, we fixed an issue where the antler rattler was not held correctly. You know what? I'll skim through these. We don't need to go through. Oh, I'm about to get hiccups. We don't need to go through all of these. Improvements were made to the accuracy of bows when using the bright side rangefinder sight with different zeroing settings. I think our bow hunters will appreciate that. I even experienced that one. So that's real big. The 410 birdshot rounds will no longer stop after traveling 75 meters. There is still a fall off with our shotgun rounds, but that's a big one. And the 410 birdshot, it's nice to see it get a little love. There was a minor issue with the 454 that got fixed. The some improvements on some of the accuracy on bullets. We kind of touched on that earlier. We fixed the orientation of lettering on the cylinder of the Vasquez Cyclone. Pretty cool. Our devs have a little special note. Special thanks to the one person who cared enough about this gun to report this a while ago. This one's for you, Neutron 619. Appreciate that. It's amazing. I've actually seen that mentioned around the community. I've seen that mentioned. It just goes to show you, people don't like to submit tickets. An issue with the reloading animations on the HUDSync. Okay, that was actually just being talked about last week in our Discord. That was fixed. Let's see. Some of the animations on various shotguns. The iron sight on the King 470. That one, it'll show the correct zeroing now. It was off by one. That was from the previous update. Fixed an issue with the texture on the chamber of the 7mm Regent rifles. The 22 LR, the irons got their fix. If you notice that, it was off a touch. Ladder sight on the Gander rifle is now using the correct zeroing. That's nice to have, since so many of you I know are going to be out there crushing that thing. Crouching to go in prone with the Rolston, the aptly named, what a fantastic name that is, no longer causes issues with the camera. So it was when you lay down, it kind of made the camera go funny. It doesn't do that anymore. If a player does not have any ranks of the lightning hand perk. Now I'm highlighting this one because I just saw a post on this last week. Reloading the Seguri, I say everything wrong. The 338 will no longer cause issues with the camera. So pretty cool. Pretty cool. That was when it came up, and it was because of the lightning hands perk. There was an issue with it. Anyways, that's fixed. The Red Raptor reflex sight can now be used with the Rhino as intended. Fixed an issue with the reload animations on the Coleman 22H. I haven't heard about that one in a little while. That's nice to see that on here. We addressed an issue with the audio for firing a Zarza or an Arzina rifle, where it might have been out of sync when firing that last round. It's just a little annoyance, but yeah, they got that one. Here's one. Can't interact with your dogs in Outpost anymore. Let's see. Yes, the animals should be better at turning now, and a lot of that comes with the animations, but let me know what you think of those animations. It's one of the things that's really got me excited about this update. Fix an issue with the Bengal Tiger's idle animation. Go and check that out. What else? We clipped the wings of the rabbits. I saw that in Discord this morning. Who was it that noticed that? I felt for them. I could feel it in my bones. They, some of these are just fun, right? Like you'd go and sometimes the rabbit would, instead of going into the burrow, would go up to the sky. So that one's fixed. The turkeys with the funny thing with the feathers, that's fixed now. Let's see. Bengal tigers will no longer look away from players just before they maul them, as our developers have said. Making eye contact is important. It is. And the tigers, it's almost a little creepy. It's the stuff that nightmares come from, I'm telling you right now. Speaking of stuff from nightmares, if you get knocked out, yeah, the unconscious players will no longer blink. If you ever noticed that one in multiplayer, it was a little unnerving. Let's see, there was some stuff in multiplayer. This is the one I didn't get to go over very well. Fixed an issue made all animals less reactive to certain players in multiplayer. Better awareness is good. Resolved a problem where players using the Windows Store edition of our game. Okay, so I'll let you guys read these ones. The Windows Store, if you play in Windows Store, there was some issues just with the inviting from friends list and stuff. That's all been fixed. It's good to see. And they had a crash on Xbox. Now, this was very situational, and I did see a post about this one. So for our Xbox users, this had to do if you were, if you had gone to the Xbox menu and you joined a voice chat, went back into game, I believe the game was crashing. Yeah, after having the application suspended, so by going out. So that was the thing, because often you're going to join your buddies in a party chat, right? So that won't happen anymore. Big shout out to the devs on that one. I'd heard a few complaints about it. Missions. One of the missions, the Something Wicked This Way Comes, has been fixed. For anyone asks, we have our sights on, and we're getting close to getting, for our achievement hunters, the ARC mission on Quattro Colinas. We're working on that right now. Let's see. Switching to True Screen, the Harvest Screen X-ray is enabled. You will now zoom in on the antlers again. Okay. Let's see. Downloadable update kind of. There's some stuff on here. The controller disconnect issue. It would appear on your PlayStation after switching profiles. That one's done. I'd heard about that. Rotating mission items when inspecting them should be smoother now. Okay, that's cool. See, I haven't seen all these ones. Recently purchased DLCs will no longer show up in the recommended DLC list. Minor annoyance, but nice to see it fixed. Customization item formerly known as Christmas Red Laminate Wood was renamed to Christmas Red Carbon Fiber because it's a carbon fiber. They wanted to reflect it if you're looking for it, so it's not so confusing. When you're launching the game on Xbox, is it just console and both consoles? I wasn't aware you could do this on PlayStation. You get a pop-up indicating the game is still loading, installing, and only limited content to be available. That falls in line with other games. Let's see. Okay, so some good system fixes here. There was a crash fixed if you're attempting to fire a bow at a shooting range without any ammos loaded. Okay, so some good ones there. Definitely head out and take a look. We've run over time here, but they're up on our website right now. callthewild.thehunter.com. Go and see and pour over it. If there's anything else that you'd like any clarification on, you can always check in Discord. We are in the process of updating our known issues list. We have a few things to put on there. But all in all, this has been a fantastic update. It's looking very solid. If you do come across anything, we would highly urge you to submit a ticket. And of course, you can let us know in Discord. Our support team is in there. But for immediate action, get right on into the ticket system. It gets to our team directly right away on all fronts, not just the support, but also goes right to our QA. It really is the best way to enact, any fixes and stuff. We're gonna get a shot on one of these here girls. I don't think I have. What did I bring with me? I didn't bring anything to get a trophy. I guess we could reach out and touch some lung with the 22 or the 243. It's not a big score. It should be in the 190s with that rack. You want to do me a favor and slide on around? Fine. I'm just a little worried about getting into that single lung. And it will go down. Broadside, you get it every time. You can, even if you're close enough, get close to a double lung, but the 243 doesn't quite reach it. I do think if you're inside 50, it hits double. But I'm not sure. I haven't tried that in quite some time. But nice to see. Still a viable weapon. 100%, Guidey, we know there's so many things I haven't mentioned that we're aware of that, we want our players we want fix for our players. We know we have achievement hunters, and we know how frustrating it can be being hung up on something. So it's definitely got our attention. I guess we could reach out and touch some Lug Jackson 2024. Oh, spooky. Oh, man. Lots, Max. I've just gone over the patch notes. I managed to get through them. It took all stream, but we did it, baby. You can definitely go and check them out on our website. And again, if you have any questions, pop into our Discord and let us know. We'll try and get through it and see where everybody's at. What everybody thinks. I'm dying to hear what you guys think of these new scopes, all the changes, improvements that have come with this. As you can see, our team is, we're only human. We're really trying. We try with every update, and I'm pretty proud of what our team's delivered here this update. I think there's some changes that are going to be appreciated. For the love of Pete, I think some of the animations are going to make a difference to the immersion. If you're an immersive style hunter like myself, if that's what you like to get into. Don't you run at me, I've got boomsticks. And I think that we're setting ourselves up for success in the future here. There's some pretty cool things coming down the line. It was a lot of fun for me yesterday getting a chance to catch up on what our creators had been up to. Our partners and non-partners who are releasing today. I've got to go and watch some of them. Some that should definitely be partners, but our creator program is closed at the moment. Lung butter. We have lung butter. So it's really, it makes my day to see that genuine excitement and appreciation for something like these scopes, because let's face it, we've been asking for scopes, myself included, for a long time, and it was difficult. It was a difficult approach for our team. There was a lot of obstacles that needed to be overcome on something that's been in the game for so long. And to see our team band together as they did and rise above those challenges and make some improvements to the systems for the future, I'm proud to say I'm part of the Expansive Worlds team. From watching all them get on, I would love for everyone to just give them a moment and give them that, because you might think it's only scopes. There was a lot of work that went into this one. Slow clap for goodness. Much love from your bearded brother to everybody on the team. I'm going to be heading to Sweden at one point, probably about a month from now. That will mean probably a hiatus for a week on our streams, but we are here otherwise every Tuesday. Make sure to mark it on your calendars, set an alarm, do what you got to do. Come and hang out with all of us here. It's a great place to ask your questions, to get to know the community, to see what's going on. We give you your early looks, and I try to answer any questions you might have with the game, with issues, and it's actually very beneficial for us as well to get all the feedback from you guys. Man, big times in the Hunter Call of the Wild. Can't wait to get into what's happening this year. All I'm going to say is we're going to surprise a lot of you. We've got some really cool things happening behind the scenes right now, and I don't think I've ever been so excited. So be forewarned, there are going to be some hype streams coming up at some point, and I'm just going to lose my mind. Much love from your bearded brother and everybody in Expansive Worlds. I hope you enjoy the new site and Crosshairs update as much as I have been. Don't forget to get out there and give some love to FOXPRO. They are absolutely crushing it with this thing. I can't wait to go and double up on my hunts with the colors and see how it all plays out. I'll catch you guys again real soon, man. I'll see you around the community, and I'll see you next week, next Tuesday. Let's go, baby. I'm gonna go hunt. I gotta take some time for myself. Hold all my calls. Oh, damn it. I never get to do everything I want to do on a stream. You know that? There's always too much to talk about. Don't forget to hit the like on your way out the door. Hit the follows, hit the subscribe. Do it with two heads if you gotta. Give us a follow on all the socials. And we'll talk to you guys real soon.